do the honors together. Hi everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year, happy 2024. It's not quite 2024 for me yet, but by the time you're watching this, it will be 2024. But I figured I would kind of do a little video in advance, a couple of days before the new year, to just show you guys what I do and what I will be doing to just reset and jump headfirst into the new year. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Casey. I live in a little apartment in Jersey City with my boyfriend Ryan. I cannot believe it is 2024. Like, even saying that number out loud doesn't feel real to me. But 24 is my lucky number. So I'm feeling good about this year. We're coming in strong. I've never been very much of a resolutions person. I feel like resolutions to me just always date back to when I was younger, and my resolutions were almost always like losing weight based or kind of like negative self-talk, self goals. So I kind of like to focus on going into a new year for me as like going forward goals and things that I would like to achieve, but not so much grand scale ones, more like day-to-day things and things that I know will improve my like day-to-day in the new year. And Ryan's mom actually mentioned something that really stuck with me about setting goals. And she was kind of saying how goals aren't to talk poorly about your current self, but to set your future self up for success. And I really like thinking of it in that way, not so much as like, these are all the things that I failed at this year, these are all the things that I didn't do well this year that I need to do well next year. No, it's kind of looking at it as just like, how can I set myself up for success in this next year, and how can I make my day-to-day better so that I smile more, so that I do these things that are good for me more. So yeah, we're looking at resolutions in the lens of positivity instead of negativity, and it's taken me a really long time to get to that place. So the first thing that I'm gonna do heading into the new year is just clean the apartment. I have already started with this process. I think taking down Christmas decorations is so sad, like spending the final hours with your Christmas tree lit up and looking at it is so sad, but at the same time, I love seeing a space after it's been so cluttered with Christmas decorations, just seeing it empty and beautiful. I started with the easiest part, which is our bedroom. Sadly, I'm gonna have to put these little guys away until next year. I love white bedding. I just feel like it makes the room look so clean and cohesive, and Ryan and I have a lot of like little tchotchkes and stuff like that, which you can see. So I feel like those bring pops of color, and then we like to keep the bedding pretty simple. I do love fun little sheets though. I got these little sheets at Target last Christmas, and I like that they're winter themed, so I don't only use them for Christmas, I keep them up for the rest of the winter too. So I put our regular comforter back on, and I'll show you guys where I put the quilt. So for the quilt, we have a couch that comes up. We have like an L-shaped couch, so that pulls out to make it full size, and then this also pops up so that we can store things in here. So I went ahead and put our like Christmas blanket in here. I have our Christmas quilt that my parents gifted us this year, and other like little Christmas pillows. And it's great because we can just store things in there and then just pick them back up next year. I'm still working on this little pile here, so ignore that. So that's the first thing that I like to do right away. If I don't take the tree down before the new year, I'm taking it down on the 1st. So I like to take down the tree, take the ornaments down, put all of the Christmas decorations away. I have these little bins that I love that I got from Target. They were like $8 a bin. The brand is Bright Room. And I feel like the shape of them is just really great for smaller apartment spaces. I'm just able to fit them, like squeeze them into spaces more easily. Let me actually show you guys, hold on. Okay, here she is. So this bin, to me, is just a great size because it's narrow. I feel like bins a lot of the time are just so wide that they're really hard to fit into more narrow spaces. So this truly has all of our Christmas decorations in it. Like I have our stockings in here, and I allow myself to have, not allow myself, like I like to have 2 of these for Christmas. And for Halloween, we have one that's this size. And I feel like it's just the perfect size to store our decorations. And what I do is at the end of the Christmas season, I will go through all of the decorations, all of the Christmas decorations that I have, the ones that I used, the ones that I didn't use, just go through all of them and decide what do I want to keep and what do I want to give away. If I ended up getting new decorations this year, I have to make space for the new decorations in the bin by getting rid of something else. And I obviously have exceptions to this rule. You know, if I really love something, I'm not gonna get rid of it. But if something isn't bringing me as much joy as it once did, I'm like, this could bring joy to somebody else. I could donate this and it could bring a lot of joy to somebody else. So I like to do that kind of end of year clean out with my holiday decorations so that it doesn't end up, so that I don't end up just tacking things on and just collecting too many things. So these small bins go in the closet. Like I said, I have 2 of them that are already in there. I have this one filled with the more like smaller Christmas trees and stuff. And then I have a second one that mainly just has our garland, the one that goes over the TV stand. And it has like a couple other things in there too. And then I also utilize space above our kitchen cabinets. You can't, there's like a lip to them, so you can't really see. So I was able to like stuff some other garlands up in there that you can't see. I also utilize suitcases in small spaces. So we got these really cute gingerbread pillows this year and I put them inside of my like travel suitcase. And it's kind of annoying to have to take them out every time that I go to travel. But at the same time, I feel like it just frees up more space in the apartment. And that's already just an empty space that unless I'm traveling, I'm not using it, so might as well. And yeah, so once we're done with that, I've pretty much put away all of the Christmas decorations. The last thing to do, like I said, is a Christmas tree, and that's gonna be a big one. If you have a real Christmas tree, I'm sure that you can relate to that end of the year tree, just like you even put your hand on it and 1,000 pines fall. So it's gonna be interesting. We do live in like up the stairs, so we've got to take it down the stairs. I think what we're gonna do, Ryan's mom suggested like wrapping it in a sheet, like putting a sheet down on the floor and then kind of like tumbling the tree down, wrapping it up and then taking it down the stairs and then vacuuming. So on top of putting all the decorations away and all of that, I do like to do just like a pretty deep clean of the apartment, you know, vacuum, dust, do a Swiffer on the floors, clean all of the windows and the mirrors. Again, just want to start off fresh in the space. Okay, next up on my reset list are my calendars. So filling out my calendars. I have like 2 physical type calendars and then my Google calendar on my phone. And I use all 3. I'm a Virgo. But anyways, I have this big one that I got at Target. I love this one. I feel like it has all of the days and it's not per year. You write in the days yourself, which I really like. So I can use this going into 2024. There's a section over here for like goals, a to-do list section, all of that. So I will, this was my like December one. So I will, let's do the honors together. Always my favorite part of a new month. So yeah, I'm gonna start filling out my physical big monthly planner. And then I also picked up this little day-by-day desktop planner, and I got this at a little shop in Newport. I'm wearing my Newport shirt from the like Christmas trip that Ryan and I took, the weekend trip. Anyways, I really liked this one because I love like spiral calendars, notebooks, anything, but it's basically has like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then weekend. And it's very simple. It has like a little notes tab on the bottom and things you can check off. So for this, I'm planning on using this as kind of a to-do list for my week. Not so much like events that I have for the month, but just kind of like, okay, on Monday, let's make a call and make an appointment for XYZ thing. On Tuesday, make sure that you order the new shower curtain, like kind of more day-to-day tasks. And then on my phone, I have just like the year overview of everything that we have month to month already put in there that I know of so far. Something else that I really like to do is to just like sit down and chat with Ryan about what trips we want to do this year, if we have any in mind already, if we have any that we want to start booking or looking at prices for. And those trips that we do want to do, I can start making kind of a budget sheet and write down, you know, how much I want to be saving each paycheck for XYZ trip, so that it doesn't just all come at me all at once and I feel a little bit more prepared for it. I like to plan things way in advance. I can't say that Ryan is the same. So we have a happy medium. You know, I was talking to him today and I was telling him, is it happy medium? Like a balance. I was talking to him today and I was, I want to do a trip in, when was it? It was like September or something, or November. I was like, maybe we should go to Disney in November. Maybe we should see the Christmas decorations, all that stuff. And Ryan was like, why don't you ask me in April? Why don't you ask me in April? And I'm like, okay, fair. So I just wrote it down as like pending, and I'll kind of write down the trips. We talked about some other trips that we want to take in the summer, and kind of just have like a big picture overview. And that way too, I can map out the days off that I want from work and kind of have those in line too. And it also helps me visualize how many days I have, like mapping out based on the days off that I would need now. I still have a little bit of wiggle room for more days. So that's really helpful to know, like, okay, maybe I can squeeze in another trip, or maybe I can squeeze in some personal days here and there. Again, I recognize that not everyone is like me and they're not like, you know, already planning out the vacations that they want for the year or anything like that. I think do everything in your own time, on your own schedule, whatever you feel comfortable with. Don't feel pressured to have everything figured out. And I'm talking to myself too. Don't feel pressured to have everything figured out right away and to have everything in line. But I do think that it's important to kind of give yourself guidelines and kind of set your expectations for what you want in this coming year. Okay, and speaking of what you want in this coming year, the next thing that I do is that I try to set some goals. I wrote here, set some goals, but not too many, exclamation point. As I mentioned, I feel like I'm someone that puts a lot of pressure on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself to have things figured out, to, you know, have like order and things in line and all that stuff. And I saw this TikTok of someone who was talking about how one of her goals for 2024 is to just live a more gentle lifestyle. And I really liked that. I feel like I really related to that. I think that I would love to go into this new year by like giving myself a break, if that makes sense. I kind of just want to approach things in a less anxious way, in a more graceful to myself way. And yeah, just kind of like take my time with things. I feel like I'm saying the opposite of what I have already done to like line up this new year. But I mean, in my day-to-day, not so much in big picture. In my day-to-day, just giving myself grace more, giving myself time, and just remembering that I have time and it's okay to slow down. Another thing that I really want to do in 2024 is to continue to cook and to make more recipes. I talked about this before on here, but I feel like 2023 was my like cooking year. I really got into cooking. I learned so much. I loved it. I feel like I've built my cooking essentials in my kitchen. And I just love it. And Ryan and I both love it. It's a great quality time activity for us. And so I'd really love to just continue doing that. I want to challenge myself a little bit more and try some new recipes or cuisines that I haven't tried to make before, and just make them fun. I'm really excited for that. I'm thinking of doing a video of like my favorite kitchen essentials as like a home cook. So let me know if that's something that you guys would want to see. Another big thing that I'd love to do in 2024 is to save money. And I am so excited about this one because I ended 2023, like literally like 2 days ago, I paid my last bill. And so I'm going into 2024 fully out of debt. And I am so excited for that. That was one of my 2023 goals. I feel so incredibly proud of myself. I feel like finances and just like financial things are something that I've always been a little bit uncomfortable with and just had to kind of learn a lot about. And yeah, it's just been a process and like a learning curve, but I'm really proud of how far I've come and where I'm at. And I feel like I feel like this weight lifted off my shoulders going into 2024. And I'm so excited to just start out fresh and to be able to just like save more and just build some savings for myself. I'm really excited for that. I also think there's no better feeling than, and this is why I like to plan my trips in advance, than having the money like in your bank account already paid off before you even arrive at like a hotel or a place that you're going to, you know? I'm going to, in March, I'm going to Disney with my really close friend, Emily, who I met on Instagram actually, and we've become really close friends. But anyways, we're going in March and we're staying at the Polynesian Hotel, which is like a dream of ours, and we're so excited, but it's definitely pricey, but it is such an incredible feeling that I've like set up a payment plan for myself, and I know that by the time we get there, I will have the entire trip paid off. And that's such a great feeling. And it is a little bit stressful. Like I feel like money, finances, like sitting down and looking at how much things cost can be stressful no matter what. But I am here to tell you that in the long run, it is so worth it. It is just such a great feeling to know that that's something that you can look at and you can have in control, and something that you can be proud of. So another going forward goal of mine in 2024 is to walk, to just honestly get outside. Like I'm someone who loves walking. I've never been a gym girl. I've never been a group yoga class girl. I just don't enjoy it. I've told Ryan this before, but I don't like when people tell me what to do. As ridiculous as that sounds. I've never been someone who responds well to like motivation. No, but you know what I mean? Like I don't like when I go to the spin classes and they're like, push yourself, like commit to this, you can do it. Like I like to find the motivation within myself. I don't like people to like, you know, tell me what to do. So I just don't respond well to that. But I feel when I go on my walks and I put my headphones on and I listen to a podcast or I listen to my rom-com playlist, I can walk forever, and it brings me joy, and I love it. And I feel like with exercise, it's so important to find exercise that you actually enjoy doing. If not, it just feels like another chore, you know? And so I really enjoy walking. I think for me, I have a hard time getting out of the apartment. So like once I'm in the apartment, once I'm settled and I'm cozy, or I've had an entire workday, I find it hard to like put the sneakers on and walk out the door. It takes me a bit to get there. And so what I want to do in 2024 is to just try a smidge harder to get myself there, you know, and think about when I'm on the walk, I'm having so much fun when I'm listening to my stuff and I'm just whoop, 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 walking around, I'm sending voice notes, I'm having fun. So just try and focus on like how much fun that will be once I get there and trying to get myself there. Okay, my next goal is to be more active on YouTube. I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I've been posting regularly and it's really exciting to just try this new thing and be creative and set up the camera and jump into something that I'm not familiar with. You know, I tend to skew perfectionist, and so things that I'm not great at scare me, you know, and it's hard for me to like jump into trying something new when I don't know all of the details of it. But I'm really proud of myself for like having stuck to this and trying new things and making new videos and putting them out there. For those of you that don't know, on Instagram and TikTok, my handle is the Casa Verde. And you might have seen my like tiny studio content. I applied for like the apartment therapy small cool contest and I won for like the tiny category a few years back. And then that kind of launched my like home decor platform, and I was making TikTok videos during the pandemic and I was having so much fun with all of it. And then I kind of just lost that like spark. I kind of lost that fun that came with making that type of content. And I think it started to feel, as like the followers grew and as everything was going, it started to feel more as an obligation than something that I was really having fun with. And so I was like, you know what, let me try something new. Picked up the vlog camera. I've been trying these long form style things, which again is out of my comfort zone. I'm typically short form, but I've actually really been enjoying it. And yeah, so I'm really excited to keep doing this stuff and to keep sharing things that excite me and that I'm passionate about. And, you know, I've mentioned before, like just the home decor stuff I love, and the rom-coms and the cooking and I don't know, advice and dating and all that stuff. Like I'm excited to just sit and chat about all of those things. So if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe, but if you don't subscribe, that's okay too. Just stop by whenever you get a chance and we'll chat. And then my last goal for 2024 is to, and I'm sure there will be many more goals to come and other things that I think of, but to try a hobby that's not screen oriented. So like I said, I feel like my hobby for the longest time was creating content on TikTok, on Instagram, now on YouTube. My job, I'm a social media producer. So I have a lot of, not only even screen time, but a lot of phone time, sometimes I will like be editing a video for work on my phone and I'll come up and be like, whoa, like I haven't seen the sun in a minute. So I think that just as much as I want to get outside and go walking, I'd love to try a hobby that doesn't involve screens. I went to a pottery class with Ryan. He set it up as a date night for us. And at first I was like, pottery class, because like I said, perfectionist. So crafts stress me out because I'm like, I want to make the most perfect pot ever. And if it's not, you know, up to my standards, I'm like, not fun. We went to the pottery class and I had the time of my life. I made like one really cute dish. The other one was like, we had to just smush it back to the clay, but it was really fun. And I feel like I was just focused on this new thing and I had a great time. I think going every once in a while would just be like a really refreshing, like fun activity to do. I wish I liked reading, guys. I do. I really wish it. And I've tried so many times. I just don't have the attention span for it. I don't know. I don't know. And there have been certain books that I've gotten all the way through that I end up loving. And so I will be trying again to like reading in 2024. So we'll see how that ends up working. But that's pretty much it for my like 2024 reset and my process of what I'm going to do. Like I said, I don't like to put too much pressure on like, it's a new year, you have to change your entire self. I like to just, oh, Abuela Pili's calling. Let's say hello. Hi, Mimi. Yo también, Mimi. Te quiero mucho. Bye. Mwah. That was Abuela. I made a little bracelet for her. I ordered a little bracelet for her that said Mimita Linda, because that's what I call her, for Christmas. And she ended up forgetting where she put it like the next day. And she was very upset, like was trying to look everywhere for it and was just talking to me about how she's started to forget things and, you know, she's getting older and all that stuff. I talked a little bit more about this in my video of like Christmas as a 30-year-old, which I can link here in case you guys are interested in learning more about that. But she just called me that she found it. So I'm really happy. And she was like very excited. I don't remember what I was talking about pre-call, but I think it was along the lines of not putting a lot of pressure to like reinvent yourself in a new year and really just not like making yourself better, but just like doing small things that will bring joy to you in your day-to-day and doing small things that will just like help you in the long run, you know? And that's kind of how I want to look into this new year. As I mentioned, 24 is my lucky number. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this one. Ryan and I spend New Year's Eve here together. I spend Christmas with my family in Miami. He spends Christmas with his family in New Jersey. So we both make sure to come home before New Year's so that we can spend that holiday together. And we've kind of made it a tradition of just going to like a really nice, not really nice, but just like a nice dinner together. We get a very early dinner reservation because I am a grandmother and I like to eat my dinners early. And also we like to beat the crowds and all of that. So we're going to this Korean restaurant on the water here in Jersey City that we've never been to before, but it gets really great reviews and I snagged us a reservation. So I'm really excited to do that. And then we're just gonna come home and have like a chill night here, watch the ball drop. I always get us some like little decorations. I got like a little star garland and this little like light up star too that we can put up. And we'll usually do like a little, some type of treat. Last year we made like homemade Shirley Temples, and I think this year we're gonna bake some cupcakes and just have a chill night. I don't know if you guys, so when you're, I actually don't know if this is a Hispanic thing, a Cuban thing, I don't know, my grandma and my mom thing, but we eat 12 grapes at midnight, and it's supposed to like bring you good luck for the year. But I guess I never realized like how 12 grapes is a lot of grapes to consume like all at once. And the first year that I was with Ryan, we forgot to eat the grapes at midnight. And so I woke up like at 7 in the morning and I was like, oh my God, the grapes. I like ran over to the fridge. I grabbed the grape bags. I like threw them at him. I was like, we have to eat the grapes. And Ryan's like so confused at 7 in the morning, like shoving down grapes. She's like, why are we doing this? And it was just one of my like funniest New Year's memories. So I will not forget the grapes this year. I hope that you all have a wonderful end to your 2023 and now start to your 2024, and that you reset and get all of your things together. But like I said, set goals, but not too many. Give yourself grace and let's have a great year. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.